Hey everybody, it's Missy. Thanks for joining me today. I have to apologize right off the bat for my voice. I have a serious cough congestion thing going on, so hopefully this won't drive you too crazy. This is for Hip Kit Club, and this is my first page using the 2016 April kits. And I went ahead and started with white cardstock, and I put some clear gesso on it and let it dry. And then I ran it through my Cameo, and I cut this big ampersand out. And this is the one that Kim Watson designed. And it actually has a floral design in the middle of it, but I removed that because I just wanted a basic ampersand. And I'm going to do a lot of mixed media work on it. I'm going to use these two colors of shimmers that we got in the color kit, and they're both colorings. This yellow is called No Yoking, and then the teal color is called Oh Say Can You See. And I'm just going to kind of create a mess here. I'm going to use splatters. I'm going to use the packaging. I'm going to just, kind of create a watercolor collage, I guess you could say. And then I'm going to cut this out. So I don't care if it goes outside the lines, but I wanted the black outline. I used the sketch pens instead of the blade. And so I wanted it drawn instead of cut out. Our theme this week is friendship, and so I'm going to be scrapbooking that black and white picture of me and my best friend Jennifer, and I'm excited to scrap it because this page turns out really fun, and I love that the kits this month, well, pretty much every month, are so versatile. You could scrap about friends, you could scrap about love, you could scrap about anything. There's so many different things that can go so many different ways. And so, usually I'm scrapping pictures of my kids. So this was fun to do something different, and really enjoyed putting it together. So as you can see here, I'm using both of the Shimmers products from this month's kit, and this is actually a turquoise blue color from my own stash. I have a lot of Shimmers products, and this is a Vibes in Jenny B Blue. And the difference between the Vibes and the colorings is that the colorings are flat watercolor and the Vibes have some shimmer to them. They're all gorgeous. They all have a different finish once they're dry, and I love to mix and match and just play with the different colors. And blues and greens blend well together. They're just going to create different shades of green when the blues and the yellows get together. And so that's kind of what I was going for here. I wanted different splotches of those colors. This is another one from my stash. It's a darker blue. I believe it's called Mama Sings the Blues, and that's another colorings. And there is sort of a darker blue in the kits. Some of the papers have it, some of the embellishments have it, more of on the navy blue side, and so I wanted to incorporate that color into this ampersand as well. And the more wet your paper gets, when you add splatters like that, it just sort of automatically starts to blend and run and just creates a really cool look. All right, so I've got it finished. You can see that there's some shimmer, there's some flat color, and I really like how it turned out. And so I'm just going to fussy cut this out with my scissors. I'm not too advanced on the Cameo as far as printing and cutting and all of that. I still have to learn that. So I don't even know. Once you take the paper out, I'm not even sure if you can put it back in and it's going to be in the right spot. So I just cut it out by hand. And, sometimes I like to do that. I don't mind. And this is just one big image, so it did not take me very long at all. So I've got it cut out, and I'm going to put it on top of this really, really cute Pinkfresh Studio paper. And it's diagonally already like that, so I don't have to do a lot to the background, especially since I've already did a lot of mixed media on the ampersand. I am going to add some splatters here, and this is the darker navy blue color that I have from my stash, because there are some of the navy blue hearts in the top part of that paper, and so I wanted to kind of bring in some more of the darker blues. And I really like how this is looking. All of the colors that I used in the ampersand are in the hearts as well on this paper, and so it just sort of incorporates all the colors. And once I get everything adhered down and I start to add my embellishments, I try to add lots of different colors all over the page, and so it kind of incorporates all those colors everywhere you look. All right, so I've got the background pretty much finished. I'm going to add some tissue paper behind my picture, and that's just something I like to do. I don't even know why. I know I say this every video. I just like that it gives it a little layer, and it gives it a little bit of texture, and it's kind of uneven and messy looking, and I like that. So, you know, it just gives it kind of another little border of white also. I like to have a little border of white around my picture just to kind of make it stand out a little bit more. So now I'm going to layer up. I'm going to use that Project Life card that's another diagonal piece, and then that beautiful striped paper that Kim Watson designed. It's a teal and navy stripe, and it's diagonal as well. And I want some yellow. So I went through the pattern papers, and I couldn't really find like a solid yellow, so I just went for some of the cardstock here in a minute. And I fell in love with this butterfly as soon as I saw it. I knew, you know, I don't do Project Life, so I knew that I had to fussy cut that butterfly right out. And so I am going to use that. Right away, I'm not sure where I'm going to put it, but it finds a home here in a little while. I think I could make layouts for the rest of my life with Kim Watson's Project Life cards. They are gorgeous. And over there on the left, you can see I've already cut it up, but starting this month, she included a cut apart sheet that she designed, and it's gorgeous. I mean, everything looks kind of watercolory, and the colors are so bright, and oh my goodness. I hope she has one of those every month because it's so unique. You know, you're not going to get it anywhere else. It's just beautiful. There's little tiny pieces, there's bigger pieces, and it's very generic in that you can use it on any type of layout. You know, it's not just for a birthday or just for a holiday. It's any type of layout you could want. Okay, so these rub-ons are amazing. They are Amy Tan Better Together, and I love these flowers. Oh my gosh, I wish I had like 10 packs of just these flowers. The colors are so rich. The greens and that dark, rich, reddish pink, so pretty. So I'm going to cut out the flowers, and I'm going to use those in 3 different spots on the page. And they go on really well because I didn't do any mixed media on my background. Like there's no gesso. Sometimes if you use gesso or watercolor, rub-ons don't like that texture, so they tend to not rub on as well. So in this case, they rubbed on perfectly. And I wasn't quite sure where I wanted the other two, so I just kind of played around with it. And once I figured out where I wanted them, I peeled off the back and rubbed them on. And sometimes rub-ons give you some trouble, you know, the longer they sit, they tend to dry up, but these were perfect. They rubbed on so nicely, and just very rich in color, so pretty. All right, so I'm just going to continue embellishing. I'm going to use some of the ephemera from the Chamel Starshine collection, and I'm going to use that little pink tag that I just stuck down to the picture. And this is one of the little cut apart pieces that says hello. Before I start doing that, I want to get all my thread done because, you know, thread, I like to layer it underneath things. And so before I stick all that down, I'm going to go ahead and get some thread. And I'm going to use some pink thread here in the beginning. And I just ball it up and layer it underneath my photo layers. And this is, I know I say this, I sound like a broken record, but thread is a great way to get extra little pops of color in certain areas. Doesn't take up a lot of space. You can layer it very easily, and it's pretty cheap, and you can get it in tons of colors. So that's what I love about the thread. I love the texture that it gives, and it gives you sort of a messy look, but yet it's controlled because you can let a lot of it show, or you can, you know, tuck a lot of it underneath there and just have a little piece sticking out. A lot you can do with the thread there. So my picture's not going anywhere. I've stuck that down, and now I'm going to continue to go on with the embellishments. These are the washi tape strips that come in the Pink Fresh Studio collection, and this one says, oh happy day. And I love that they're clear, so you can pretty much stick them on white, and all you're going to see is the sentiment or the color. You're not going to see the entire piece of tape because it's transparent. I hope Pinkfresh Studio continues to include the washi tape in their collections because it's just really cute and fun. I'm going to stick another tag from the Shamil collection behind the layers, and then I'm just going to add in a couple more things. I'm going to do a lot on the right there in that open spot. And the piece to the right underneath the photo is a little orange and white striped piece that's got a scallop. And I'm going to stick that down and then layer this other little piece on top of it. It's navy blue. It says time for an adventure. And this is one of the cut apart pieces. And that's where my butterfly is going to go. I definitely had to put the time for an adventure on here because this photo was taken almost exactly a year ago. And my friend Jennifer is hilarious. She got me to go to MegaCon. I don't know if you've ever been to a Comic-Con or a MegaCon. Oh, I did some stitching there. But we've gone the past 2 years and we had so much fun. This picture we took, we were waiting in line to meet Norman Reedus. And if you watch The Walking Dead, then you know who Norman Reedus is. He plays Daryl Dixon. And, you know, we're sort of obsessed with him. And so we were waiting in line to get our picture with him and meet him. And it was wild and crazy. And it was so much fun. And we got our picture with him. I have not scrapped that picture yet, but I will. But it was very, very cool. And he was very nice. And he called me sweetheart and he hugged me. So I will never forget that. I'm sure he called everyone sweetheart, but hey, I still remember it. And in my mind, it was just me. But yeah, it was a fun memory, and we had a good time. I also got to meet the Hulk, Lou Ferrigno, and that's a picture I have not scrapped as well. And I grew up in the 80s, and I loved watching that every Friday night. The Incredible Hulk, that was one of my favorite shows. And the Dukes of Hazzard. But that's a whole nother story. Back to the layout. I stuck down the butterfly. I added some navy thread under it. I fussy cut hello from the Project Life. No, not the Project Life. Kim Watson's sheet, the printable cut apart sheet. Added another couple of Shamil stickers. And they're kind of like, they're not vellum, but they're see-through. So they're almost clear. So you can see behind whatever you stick them on. Like the little camera and the navy blue butterfly. And now I'm going to use one of the Pinkfresh colored words, and those are also clear. And that's the yellow best. And then I'm going to use these American Crafts awesome stickers and spell out friends. And I love how they're also transparent. You can see through those as well. But there's so many, and there's so many different colors. I'm going to do a little bit here to the bottom. This is that diagonal striped paper again that I used behind the photo, and that's the one that Kim Watson designed. And I'm going to add another little rub-on. I had to contain myself because I wanted to use everything on this one page, and I thought, slow down. You still have 3 or 4 more pages to make. Don't use everything on one page. So I had to slow down. And I just write a long couple of lines of journaling here because it just seemed like the right place to do it. And then I did add the ampersand and the you and me right there in the middle, and added some black splatters after I stopped filming. But that's the final page. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I had a really fun time doing it. I like doing the mixed media on a separate sheet and then cutting it out and then adhering it to a clean sheet. That was fun to do. Let me know if you have any questions about anything that I did here. Make sure you visit hipkitclub.net. Check out all the cut files. Check out all the kits. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for joining me, and have a great day.